Welcome to the DragonCruiser, where we ride through China's wildest economic adventures. Today, we're counting down the top 10 mega projects that cost China a staggering $1.237 trillion and ended up as ghost towns, empty ports, and epic flops. We'll break down what went wrong, stack this cash against a whole country's economy and India's budget, and dream up how China could have spent it better. Buckle up for a wild ride. Let's cruise. China's built some of the world's biggest projects, but these 10, they're the biggest misfires, costing $1.237 trillion and delivering empty dreams. Let's count them down, from the smallest flop to the granddaddy of all disasters. Number 10, Hambantota Port, Sri Lanka. Kicking off at number 10, we're in Sri Lanka, part of China's Belt and Road Initiative. Hambantota Port cost $1.5 billion, meant to be a trade hub for global shipping. But it's a ghost port, barely any ships dock here. Sri Lanka couldn't pay the loans, so China took a 99-year lease. Debt-trap diplomacy? You bet. It's a small price tag, but a big lesson in overreach. Number 9, Neelam Jhelum Hydropower Project, Pakistan. Number 9 takes us to Pakistan, another Belt and Road project. This $5.8 billion hydropower dam was supposed to light up homes, but it shut down in 2022 due to tunnel cracks. Pakistan's stuck with debt, and China's stuck with a broken dam. Repairs are ongoing, but this one's a hydropower headache. Number 8, Nanhui New City. At number 8, we're in Shanghai with Nanhui New City, a $35 billion satellite town to ease urban crowding. Planned for 800,000 people, it's got empty streets and unused towers. Why? It's too far from Shanghai's buzz, and even Tesla's Gigafactory hasn't filled the void. A classic case of build it, and nobody comes. Number 7, Ujiapu Financial District, Tianjin. Number 7 is Tianjin's Ujiapu, dubbed China's Manhattan with a $40 billion price tag. Skyscrapers modeled after New York's skyline were meant to rival Hong Kong. Reality? Half-empty buildings and no financial boom. Economic downturns and competition from Shanghai left it a ghost district. Number 6, Xiong'an New City, Kunming, Yunnan. Coming in at number 6, Xiong'an was a $75 billion urban dream for $1.5 million in Yunnan. Universities and offices were built, but vast neighborhoods sat empty for years, earning ghost city fame. Some folks have moved in, but it's still a shadow of its plan. Location, location, location. China forgot the memo. Number 5, Forest City, Malaysia. Halfway through at number 5, we cross borders to Malaysia's Forest City, a $100 billion Belt and Road luxury island for the rich. Think palm trees, high-rises, and crickets. Low demand, regulatory snags, and geopolitical tensions left it half-built with unsold condos galore. Paradise? More like a pricey pipe dream. Number 4, Lanzhou New Area, Gansu. Number 4 takes us to Gansu's desert for Lanzhou New Area, a $100 billion economic zone for 1 million people. It's got roads, towers, and tumbleweeds. Remote location and no industry meant nobody came. Another ghost city, proving deserts aren't always destined for greatness. Number 3, Calphadian Eco-City, Hebei. Number 3 is Calphadian, a $100 billion eco-city dream in Hebei. Green tech, steel plants, housing for 800,000. Sounds amazing, right? Wrong. Funding dried up, steel markets crashed, and it's mostly empty. This eco-city is more like an economic void. Number 2, Ordos City, Kangbashi, Inner Mongolia. Runner-up at number 2, Ordos in Inner Mongolia. $200 billion for a desert metropolis with skyscrapers, museums, even a giant horse statue. Planned for over $1 million, it hit 2% occupancy at its lowest. High prices and no jobs left it a ghost town. It's got some life now, but it's a haunting reminder of overambition. Number 1, Xiong'an New Area, Hebei. And the number 1 flop? Xiong'an New Area, the king of China's mega project disasters. $580 billion, nearly half our total, was poured into this futuristic city to rival Beijing for 2.5 million people. High-speed rail, eco-towers, the works. But today it's a ghost city with empty streets and stalled cranes. Why? Nobody wants to leave Beijing, and bureaucracy's a mess. $580 billion for a dream that's barely awake. That's $1.237 trillion down the drain. Ghost cities, dead-end ports, and broken promises. But how big is that number? Let's compare it to a country's economy and India's budget next. Let's put $1.237 trillion in perspective. First, picture the Netherlands, tulips, tech, and a 2025 GDP of $1.425 trillion. That's right, China's mega project flops are 86.8% of an entire nation's economy, just $188 billion shy. Spread over 20 years, the annual cost of $61.85 billion is only 4.3% of the Netherlands' GDP, but the total, it's nearly a country's worth of cash. Now, let's look at India's 2025-2026 budget. $578.5 billion for everything, $81.6 billion for defense, $42 billion for agriculture, $36 billion for healthcare, $34.8 billion for railways, and more. China's $1.237 trillion is 2.14 times India's entire annual budget. Annually, the $61.85 billion is 10.7% of India's budget. Imagine India misspending that much yearly. This shows the insane scale of China's ghost projects compared to a rising power's fiscal plan. So $1.237 trillion built ghost towns. What if China spent it on its people and economy instead? Here's my 5-point plan to transform China. No empty cities allowed. Healthcare, $371 billion. With $371 billion, China could build 5,000 hospitals, 10,000 clinics, and train 100,000 doctors. Universal insurance for 1.4 billion people? Done. This could cut rural death rates by 20%, save $50 billion yearly in health costs, and boost GDP by $400 billion through a healthier workforce. Education, $309 billion. $309 billion could fund 10,000 vocational schools, upgrade 20,000 rural ones, and give free STEM degrees to 10 million students. Reskill 50 million for AI and green tech, adding $300 billion to GDP yearly. China could dominate global tech, no ghosts needed. Number 3, $9 billion. For $309 billion, add 500 gigawatts of solar and wind, reforest 10 million hectares, and build 100,000 EV chargers. Create 5 million green jobs, cut CO2 by 15%, and add $200 billion to GDP. Cleaner air, richer China. Number 4, welfare, $124 billion. $124 billion could give 200 million low-income folks a basic income, build 10 million affordable homes, and expand pensions. That's $150 billion in consumer spending yearly, shrinking inequality. 5. R&D, $124 billion. $124 billioners for 50 R&D centers and 1,000 tech startups could cut $300 billion in chip imports and create 2 million jobs. China could own 15% of the AI market, $400 billion by 2030. That's 10 to 15 million jobs and $600 billion in GDP growth yearly, way better than ghost towns. But now, it's all gone and wasted. I feel so sorry for them. Don't forget, it's a developing country. All right, folks, that's the countdown of China's $1.237 trillion flops. From Xiong'an's empty streets to Hambantot's lonely docks, it's a lesson in planning smarter. What should China do with this kind of cash? Drop your ideas in the comments. Healthcare, tech, or maybe a moon base. Smash that like button, subscribe to the DragonCruiser, and ring the bell for more epic economic adventures.